Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Helen and I absolutely love everything and all things that smell good and make you feel good. So I'm just chilling today. Today is a day that surprisingly enough, I'm not as moody or um, sad as I normally would be around Father's Day. Last year was a really hard Father's Day for me, being that my father passed from cancer a couple years ago. So it's been really like very hard, like trauma feel hard. Because we didn't know he was sick until we found out he was sick, and then before we knew it was too late and he was gone. So it was one of those things like where we didn't get a chance to do as much as we wanted to do, kind of thing, right? But such is life. Like things like this happen, and in reality, we all shall go one day in time. So, but it's been hard. It's been extremely hard because he was not only just my father, but that's the one I call for every little thing. Even though it may have annoyed him and he would cuss me clean out, I would still call, right? He would watch these videos and talk about me. I can't believe you put all your business on the TV, but whatever. Anyway, so when I'm feeling like this and I'm in this mood of needing therapy, right? Sometimes I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to even be in a room with anyone. I just want to like be within myself and just feel the emotions and flow through the emotions. I don't know how to describe it. I like to feel the emotions. I don't like to have them bottled up and just, I want them to flow through me. So the way that I get through times such as this is I garden. So today I was out in the heat and digging my hands through the dirt. So if you see dirty nails or they still look a little raggedy, scraggly, it's because I've been digging in dirt. It's really good therapy. I call it my physical therapy because I'm moving my body. My body's moving so much, like I don't have time to think, right? And I'm so exhausted from it. I don't have time to like just waddle in all this, sadness, right? So did that, came in, showered, and was like sniffing my fragrances because that is my sensory therapy. That's when I come in and I'm smelling fragrances that either bring me joy or fragrances that brings memories of a time or place or maybe a set memory of someone else in my past or present, right? Because sometimes you walk past somebody and be like, ooh, smell like somebody I used to know. Okay. But fragrances bring me extreme joy. So for some people, they just collect the bottles to have bottles. And at one point, I used to be a pretty bottle collector. I don't even want to say collector because I use everything. But I used to be a pretty bottle person for a short moment. But most of the time in my life, I've always had fragrances, a lot of fragrances that for a reason. Like I knew certain fragrances I would wear certain places, certain fragrances I can wear every day, all day, certain fragrances I want to wear around certain people, you know what I'm saying? And then I've always been the one who like masculine and feminine fragrances. I've never been one who walked past the men's counter. When the guys would be there spraying and the women spraying fragrances, I'm like, spray me too, because I want to know what it smells like. That's always been me. So today I figured, you know what? I'm going to share with you some of the fragrances that I kind of go through the cabinet and automatically gravitate towards. Then there's a few that I've added recently in the past year or so that I kind of find myself saying, you know? So I'm not going to get into any story times on each fragrances so we won't be, long on this video. But if I feel like there's something I want to share, I'll share. And let me know down below when you're feeling melancholy, when you're feeling low or you're going through a certain mood and you're wanting to sniff your fragrances or you just go to your cabinet and you smell fragrance because it brings a feeling upon you that nothing else does, right? What are you reaching for? Let me know. 2 fragrances down below. And if you don't mind sharing, why do you open the cabinet and smell these particular fragrances? So I don't really remember my dad smelling like something. Girl, my dad was always eating, okay? Always frying food, cooking food. Much as I cook, my daddy cooked every day. Oxtails, what you call those things? Turkey necks. His house always smelled like food. He would always smell like food. That's kind of like what I remember my dad by. And everything I don't eat, okay? But one day he called me and was like, you must have been in my house. It smells, it's stinking here. It smells like flowers and stuff. And it was this, the Tour Noir from Search of Time. So if you've been around a while, especially on my other channel, you know this is my favorite fragrance of all time. This is a fragrance he called and cussed me out about. Truly cursed me and told me don't bring this shit in this house no more because it's too strong. I picked him up with this several times when we would go to his chemo treatments, and he would be like, I'm gonna smell like that. I don't care. Anyway, so I'm aware just annoying, but anyway, this is my favorite fragrance, and he liked it. He just was like, this is a man's house, okay? But I love this fragrance, and it brings me so much joy, and I've gone through a full bottle. I bought another bottle about maybe a year or so ago when I found out that Search of Time was basically like supposed to be discontinuing fragrances, right? When they switched over the labels and the bottles. And I kind of got nervous. I bought like a small bottle. Well, I'm already here on the bottle, so I'm just going to go ahead and invest in a bigger bottle now and go from there. So, yeah, this is like, if I had to get rid of everything, that would be the fragrance I kept. One, for memories, and two, because it is the most beautiful white floral with a deadly flower. It has like a tuberose, sweet, thick, syrupy. It's so different from anything I have in my collection. And yeah, one thing about Search of Time, they are very unique. I love that niche fragrance house. All right, so let's get into another one that I smell that y'all already know. It's a cheapie. It's Operant Red. Often, sometimes I go in the cabinet and smell this. I don't know why. I don't have a reason to smell it. I think in my mind, there are so many notes to this fragrance that doesn't make sense to me, to what I smell, that every time I take the top off, I'm trying to make myself smell or be familiar with the notes that actually go along with this fragrance. And I can't. It just reminds me of a Cabbage Patch doll head that's been sprayed with saffron and leather, like Wilson leather store, back in the day when you would walk in that store. It's like having a Wilson leather store filled with Cabbage Patch dolls, and it's the scent that's wafting through the store of saffron. It's the weirdest thing, and I cannot get past the fact that I'm wrong. So wrong on the notes, but this is so good. It's the weirdest scent, and I love it. And sometimes I'm telling you, I just spray myself, or I'll just sit there and think, why do I not smell what they say is in here? Like, why can't I pick up on certain fragrances or certain notes in the fragrance, right? So let me know if you have fragrances like that in your cabinet or your collection where you just cannot get what other people are getting or what the notes are saying. Like, I really feel like sometimes when I read some of these notes of fragrances from certain houses, not all the houses, they don't list them all. There's no way. There's no way. No way. So, love this fragrance. This is Opulent Red from Lancome. Huge, huge scent memory. This is Plant Beauty from Aveda. When I was younger, I used to go to Aveda all the time and get like their shampoos, conditioners. It's something about walking into an Aveda salon. I went one time for a massage, went one time for a facial, and it is the herbal scent of the salon that gets me every time. It just smells clean and green and myrrh and frankincense and all those things, right? And very relaxing and soothing. So sometimes I spray this on my sheets, and sometimes I spray this on my yoga mat when I'm doing like meditations, or I'll just spray it in the air around like my meditation area, or when I'm doing my stretches, and it just makes me feel so calm. And it helps with like anxiety and stress, and I'll just spray it and I just feel like, right? I found this one at the cosmetic company store about a year ago. Has it been a year? And I love this, y'all. I really love the scent. They made it into a perfume. It was a, what do you call it? Like a limited time edition fragrance. I want to say it was like 60 bucks. But if you find these online on eBay now, they're like almost $100. I cannot mimic this scent for nothing. I've tried to buy oils and mimic this fragrance, but this is amazing. It just smells like a luxury spa that would have lavender and the scent of incense, myrrh, definitely myrrh, something like that. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Well blended, definitely worth the money. Sometimes I want a fragrance that is just soothing and very calm to the spirit. And I looked up and found a fragrance at Loccitane about 2 years ago, right? And I used the fragrance, and I got so excited when I saw it back in stores at the outlet. I bought another one, and this is called Rose from Loccitane. It's a very beautiful, calming scent. It reminds me of blue waters, and they're just light ripples through the water, and the scent of cashmere with white roses. This is, and they're soft like baby roses. They're not even full grown. This is a beautiful scent. It's so simple, yet it brings on a very like calm spirit. Like I find that fragrances that are simple like this, like lotus and like those tea scents or whatever, are very good for like anxiety filled spirits, right? They're help for like, I won't say grounding, but they help with moods definitely because of the notes in the oils that are placed in the fragrance. But this is a good one. Perfect for out of shower, perfect for hot days. You can find these, I don't know how much these cost now, but I haven't seen it since the last time I bought this one because I would have bought another bottle. And sometimes I just spray it, y'all. When I got the tub, I didn't even realize I was this far down on this one. This is the second freaking bottle. Like, and if you turn it like this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to see if I can find another bottle of this. But this is a good one. The girl at the store was asking me one day, you know, what was I looking for? And I told her, like, bath fragrances, body fragrances that sound like a body spray, right? Something I can go to bed and relax and calm my mind. And she picked this out for me, and I'm so glad she did because I have loved it ever since. So this is Rose, and this is a perfume, and this is from Loccitane. This is when I go for a girl. This is the one sometimes, I don't know what I be thinking when I go and open the cabinet to spray this or to smell it. It's the weirdest thing. When I first bought this fragrance, I wasn't even a huge fan of it. I remember getting it saying, what is this? What? You know, then I would wear it and I would like make myself wear it. And then one day I wore it and it was the most intoxicating fragrance, and it was during fall and a couple years ago. And I just went over heels with this fragrance. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is Choco Violet. This is a fragrance that if 5-10 years ago, if you would have told me I would like chocolate and powder, I would have been like, that stinks. But this is so addictive. So it just smells like purple chocolate. And I've never been a fan of like chocolate fragrances. When I got Product Candy Night, I immediately said, oh yeah, it's too much chocolate for me. And then I became addicted to the chocolate scent because I'm not a chocolate eating person. I'm not a fan of chocolate. I mean, I'll eat a Hershey's with almond every blue moon, okay? But I've never been a chocolate eating candy person. Give me a banana now later, okay? She gonna tear it up. Teeth gonna be jacked because I'm about to eat the whole pack. I love this. I don't know why, what it is about this, but sometimes I just spray it and I enjoy it. So I will probably always have this fragrance until I get sick of it. And I don't need a lot of it, and I love layering it in the fall and winter. It's just pretty good. It doesn't boost me like energize wise. It doesn't give me a certain mood. It's just the sensory overload of that scent. It's just, it brings, like, it shows, smelling this fragrance, I see the fragrance. You know what I mean? How sometimes you can see berries and cream and a cheesecake when you smell something, or mouth-watering peach. I immediately see in this fragrance a sweet chocolate bar, milk chocolate bar with that thick buttercream icing just slathered on top, and a layer of purple, beautiful purple fondant icing. That's what I see when I smell this, and I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. When I first got this fragrance, I opened up the package and I went on Instagram and was like, oh my God, I spent $200 and what the heck is this? And I was like, I'll be back. When the weather changed, I'll be back. Because evidently this is not going to work here in Texas because it smells like spoiled milk, okay? So then winter time came and I sprayed this and I text Lulu. I text my girlfriend, was like, oh my God, what is this? I'm so glad I didn't throw this away or give it away. You know, I'm quick to give my kids and my sister a fragrance. So this is from the Maison Lancome line. And this is Lavender's Triana. But this is a lavender balm that is lactonic, right? So did y'all know there's over, what, 40, I think it's like 40 to 45 species of lavender? Did you know that? Girl, anyway, I read that not too long ago. Listen, y'all know I like to read. Mmm, mmm, mmm. It's like 100 degrees today. But you know what? All right, so let me tell you what this reminds me of. This reminds me of coffee creamer. So you know you get your sweet cream coffee creamer, not the vegan, the dairy one. Okay, friend, the thick one, and it has like English, French, Portugal, all the lavenders, Texas, you know, long stem lavender, just soaking it, the flowers, the stem, everything just soaking, and it's just been in a dark cabinet, and you go to strain it, and that's what you get. This is so good. This does not smell like Mont. No, it has the lavender hints of it. Maybe one of the lavenders that's in here, as in the oils, is similar, but no ma'am. This is soft like Mont. That softness that you get, that mom, that girl next door, that friendly, soft speaking woman, right? Yeah. But it's also very calming, very soothing. So there's no need to yell. You know, she's not loud at all. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is one of my favorite. Y'all know it's my favorite line when it comes to bottles. I'm obsessed with these bottles. This is so good and very comforting. It's like a blanket for me. It's like a very soft, expensive blanket. I love this fragrance. So yeah, this is Maison Lancome, and this is Lancome Triana. Now when I wanted to get a little mood boosting going on, a little joy in my life, and let me tell y'all, some of y'all do not like this fragrance. Y'all keep saying it don't last long. I don't know what y'all spraying. I mean, I'm gonna spray toy sprays, but so this is Mont Blanc, and this is Signature. If you want the new one that just came out, Mont Blanc Signature, I think it's called Absolute. I almost ordered it. It's on Fragrance Net for like $40 something. It's on Joma Shop for $54. Do not get this from Nordstrom. I mean, do you whatever you want, but you could pay half the price and get it off of Fragrance Net today. I just saw it. I'll post it in the community tab, and Joma Shop, I want to say it was $50, but anyway, for the same size, for the new one. But I didn't order it because I felt like, I don't know if I want that. I told you I want more powdery, more feminine. I'm trying to find some fragrances that calm the spirit of mine. And I don't know if I want that one. It looks like it has summer notes. And it looks like it's going to be very good for summer. Maybe someone's signature scent. Maybe an everyday, not something so unique, but a beautiful scent. Yeah, and it's affordable, right? This is lactonic, creamy, lemon, zesty. Girl, cookie, like this is all the things. I love this scent, and sometimes I spray this, and I promise you, every time I wear this, people ask me, what am I wearing? People smell me. It is quite loud here with the humidity here in Texas. The heat just amplifies it, and this thing lasts on me all day. I've never had to like respray this thing. It actually lasts on me. So when I hear people saying, oh, I get like 4 hours, I'm like, wow, houseway. Or they don't smell it. I'm like, how are you kidding me? I get a lot of compliments from this. I tell you, when I first smelled this, it was on my sister, and I was like, girl, what is that? And she was like, oh, you smell me? Do I smell you? And she said, oh, it's some fragrance that just came out in the store today. And I was like, what? So this had been a couple years ago. I don't know if y'all remember this. And I went and got it, and I was telling all y'all, go on Fragrance Net, go get this. So this had been over 2 years ago. Maybe, I don't remember. We was out in her backyard, so maybe it was the beginning of COVID, or I don't know, so whatever. But y'all, this right here, I love it. Mont Blanc Signature. It is a mood booster. It brings me joy. I'm probably going to spray it before I leave the house today to bring a little joy to my life, because I do have to leave. So anyway, how long we been talking? We've been talking for quite a while, huh? There's another fragrance I really like that I smell a lot, and I am a coffee addict. So for me, smelling this fragrance is just, I don't know how to describe it, but when I get coffee or when I make coffee or walk into a space that coffee was freshly made, I really enjoy that scent. Sometimes I don't even have to drink the coffee. I can smell the coffee and get that boost of like, it's mood boosting. It definitely turns on the switch. And I know people like this who don't drink coffee, but they enjoy the scent and they love it. And it just reminds you of morning, of waking up and getting your day started, right? But listen, coffee with some heavy syrup, pecans and waffles and coffee all in a bottle. I love this scent. So this is from Kofi, his original line that he made when he started the brand. I don't think it's no longer available. But this is so good. This is literally sitting at the table with waffle and maple syrup, a slice of bacon that has been caramelized, and a dark coffee. This is so good. And I have two bottles, and I keep saying I'm not going to use this bottle. I'm just going to keep it as a scent memory because I won't be able to get it again. He doesn't have the oils and can't access the oils to make these fragrances anymore. But when I do wear this, people, you know how you walk by someone and they're looking like, they're wondering, like, is that you? Like, where's your Starbucks cup? And my sister always says, when I do wear this one, or the one that's called King George, that he has in that line, my sister often says, you walk around here smelling like a caramel macchiato. And yeah, it's like you spilled coffee on you, but it was sweet and syrupy. It's like you spilled coffee and maple syrup like all over you, but it's so good, so unique. I keep begging him to start a candle line. Like, if you could wake up and your house smell like this, girl, Bath and Body Works could never. Like, this is so good. I think his candles would be amazing if he would just, JC would just make a candle line with some of his gourmand fragrances. Anyway, this is Making Love, and this is from the Kofi line. All right, so this next one. So this is from Twisted Lily. They sent this to me last year, right? Or maybe it was the year before. I don't know. It was like, it had been last year. And this was my favorite find of the year. I remember saying that, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this fragrance. This is so sexy. This is man or woman. This is like right down the middle. When you first spray it, you get a little something that reminds you of a clean, well-groomed man who just left the spa. Like all that. Hair shave, you know, everything cleaned up, face clean, steam, towel, you know, shave with the razor. It just smells really good and sexy. When it dries down, it has this vanilla scent to it that shines. Like the vanilla in this with the spices, and I don't want to really say woods because it's not really woody, but there's something in here that reminds me like Cashmerian, right? This is so good. So this is Equilibre de Orange, Frustration. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. And sometimes I just spray it because it smells so good. I would definitely put my link down below. My link is always down below in my link tree for Twisted Lily. If you're interested in saving a few coins on hard to find niche fragrances, definitely check them out. The one thing I like about Twisted Lily that some of these other places don't offer is a lot of times they have samples, beautiful discovery kits, so that you can discover more than one fragrance, because oftentimes we'll find fragrances that we see others review and we're thinking that sounds good. But if you can get the whole discovery set, you just never know. There might be another fragrance that piqued your interest that's even better than, right? That's how I found a lot of some of my samples is from that's how I found some of my samples and favorite fragrances through testers from Twisted Lily, okay? So yeah, definitely check them out. I'll put the discount down below as well. So this is good, y'all. This is good. Last but not least, this is the cheapie. This is so freaking cheap. I told y'all this is one of my favorites. This is so freaking cheap. Y'all, Lattafa Oud for Glory. I don't know what it is about this fragrance, but this is so sexy to me. I want all the boys to wear this, okay? Girl, this is so sexy to me. This is like an assertive woman, grown woman, all black, sexy heels with a red bottom. Bad purse. You hear me? Handbag is just fire. And she is just sexy as a, yeah, she's sexy. And, you know, but if it's on a man, he's just sexy. Tailored suit to fit his body. Like, what? This is so good. Like, Oud for Glory is a beautiful fragrance. It is cloned after Oud for Greatness. They say there is some similarities, and then there are some that they say there's something in here that takes it away from Oud for Greatness, but yet and still it is cloned after. I won't say cloned after. Maybe it's their take on Oud for Greatness. But this is a beautiful fragrance, and I love it. I probably will always love this. Yeah. I love it on a man or a woman. I just wanted to share my fragrance sniffing with you all, and how sometimes I just go through the cabinet and just sniff. I started to do the video in front of the cabinet, but had I done that, we would have been sitting there for hours just sniffing, and I would have been talking about each and everything. But there's just fragrances that just does it for me and just comforts me, or whatever, right? And the same, I'm sure, goes for everyone else. You have that one or two fragrances that just, it does it for you. I call them no-brainers, right? But anyway, I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to let me know down below what are your, like, at least one or two fragrances that you kind of go towards when you just want to smell and sniff a little something. Open up the cabinet. It's almost like we go back just to see you still good. You still good, friend? Okay, I'm just checking. Anyway, I gotta go get my girls. I'll see you all later. Hope you're having an amazing weekend. Like I said, happy Father's Day to everyone. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace and blessings.